I was 15 when I first ran away from home. It was great. At first I felt all empowered, all grown up and that. I was out there on my own. For once in my life I could do what I wanted to do. No parents screaming at me or telling me what to do. I was on top of the world, but it didn't last. It was really horrible. I slept rough in derelict houses, in squats, on people's floors and in old cars. You name it, I probably slept there. After a while I managed to get a room and a breakfast. Living in a bed and breakfast is not always a nice experience. Some of them are really horrible and disgusting. It's not like your own home. You live there with lots of other people who you wouldn't normally know. You end up knocking about with the wrong people. It is scary. You don't know who you can trust. You're living every day on your wits. Your life's taken away from you. At first I made what you might call a lot of new friends. They were using drugs and drinking lots of alcohol. I'd grown up around alcohol, so I knew what it did to you. I thought, great, I'm all grown up now. So I started drinking as I felt more relaxed, and I started taking drugs. First just a bit of blow, and then the harder stuff like whiz, coke, crack. They were easy to get hold of as everybody around me was on them, but I ended up in lots of debt because of the drugs. I couldn't see a way out of it. I felt like my mind and my body had gone. I didn't know who I was or what to do anymore. Looking back now, I can't believe how vulnerable I was. The people who were running the B&Bs weren't nice people at all. They would let me miss a week or two's rent. They'd give you money to buy you drugs. Then when you were out of it and more vulnerable, they would make you do all kinds of things. My body became something for them to abuse. It was a bad situation. The kind of things you see on the telly. The kind of thing you think will never happen to me. But it did. You end up just sitting around wasting time. You can't see the future. It's like you're trapped in the here and now. You feel like tomorrow's never going to come, and you just end up taking more and more just to fit in and block out the crap. Looking back, it was like living someone else's life. At times it felt like my life was really chaotic and I had no control over it. It's a vicious circle. And then it just spirals further out of control, so you feel like there's nothing you can do. It's like your life's been stolen, taken away from you, and it makes you feel alone, hurt and angry. Then one day, I was sat there doing the usual drinking and taking drugs, and I picked up a paper. I started to read the story. It sounded really familiar, and then I realised it was like reading a story of my life. It was weird. It was like someone else was living my life. It made me think that from running away one day, the next I was addicted to drugs, and that I was being exploited for other people's gains. I knew then life's not meant to be like this. I felt like the whole world had come crashing down on me. I had to get out of this situation. At the time, it seems like the hardest thing to do, but I knew inside me that I had to take the next step to try and bring some normality back into my life. If you're in that situation, go and find someone to talk to. Go to a doctor and ask for help. They will point you in the right direction. There are plenty of people out there who've been through it. You're not alone. They're there to help, so just ask. It might just save your life.